Hey, John Martinez here with the REI Sales Academy, and I want to give you a quick tip for confirming your appointments you make with potential home sellers. And I'll kind of explain this using a story. So about, I don't know, maybe it was 6 months or a year back, I went to an event. And it was an event I didn't know a lot about, but it seemed like it had a lot to do with, the business I'm in and that type of stuff. So I went to the event. And when I went to the event, I was surprised. And it was some people I didn't want to be around, not because they were bad people, it was just they were in too different of an industry with too different of an approach, and I didn't jive with them, and I didn't want to be around them because of that, because it was just too different. And some of the tactics and techniques and stuff that they taught and talked about were ones that honestly they appall me. I don't jive with those either. And I was surprised. So the question I have for you is, has that ever happened to you, where you go to an event or a movie or you watch a TV show or whatever it is, and you just you're surprised and you go, I wish I knew, now, back then when I was setting this up or when I made the commitment to go. That happens to all of us, right? And that happens to us on appointments too. When we set up an appointment and we show up and we don't like what we see. Either they don't have enough time to talk to us, not the right people are there, we're rushed through the appointment, or sometimes they're not even there at all. Right? That's the worst thing that can happen when you set up an appointment. It drags you down, it's frustrating, you get upset, you go to the next appointment kind of frustrated and you're not on top of your game. So we've all been there. So when it comes to REI and setting appointments, you don't want those surprises. No one wants those surprises. I didn't, you don't. That's the way it is. So how do you make sure you don't get those surprises? Let me give you this quick tip. You want to take the future and you want to bring it to right now. So here's a question, or a version of a question I like to ask when setting appointments to go look at a home. The question is this. Hey, listen, let me ask you this. It looks like we've got you down for Tuesday at 11. Is there anything at all, big or little, you can think of right now that might cause you to have to reschedule or cancel that appointment? And that's okay. I just want to know, is there anything you can think of right now where you might have to say, hey, gotta cancel or reschedule or push it back or anything like that? Now, what I do there is I give them the opportunity to tell me if something's gonna pop up. Well, yeah, I usually pick up my kids at that time, so I might not make it. Or, hey, well, actually, I've got a 2:10 or whatever it is, 10 minutes later, so it's just gonna have to be real quick. You get to learn that information now instead of being surprised in the future. So no one likes surprises. We don't like those types of surprises on our sales calls when we're going to buy houses. So the tip is bring the future to now and ask, is there anything that might get in the way, anything at all, big or little, that might cause you to have to reschedule or cancel altogether? And if that's the case, that's okay. I just want to get it figured out. That's going to help you a ton.